Hey, good Thursday morning, my friends. MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa here with the MLive Morning Weather Update. Storm number whatever, 1, let's call it, down, and storm number 2 heading our way for the weekend. It's a Friday night to Sunday. Long drawn out, not heavy burst at any one time, and the main feature with this is eventually by Sunday it will be a pretty nasty north wind gusting to 30 and a driftable type snow. So here we go into it. Look, I'll have a map, by the way, of the snow from yesterday and last night later on today. Looks like it behaved. 4-5 inches, very common reports. I saw some 6s. I saw a couple of 2s and 3s in the far southeast. So I think pretty well worked out and might be on the fringes. Of course, we'll get the comments, well, you said 4 inches and it was only 2.5. Stuff like that. But, you know, you don't have to deal with that. I do. So let's go into it and show you what's going on. We'll move on. Today is kind of the transition day, and it's not really a quote-unquote weather day, but it's a little sneaky. In the southwest, it's gusty and snow showers, so kind of on the nasty side. Still a winter weather advisory in effect in the southwest corner of the state for this morning into early afternoon. If you want to travel and it's too snowy, icy for you right now, just wait until the afternoon. It'll get a little bit better. That's where the winter weather advisory is in effect, and we don't have any watches or advisories or warnings in place yet for the next storm system. It'll be debatable what this next storm system warrants. It probably warrants a winter weather advisory versus a winter storm warning, and the reason why is they put a time frame on this. So they attach an amount of snow to an advisory or warning, 6 inches or more in a warning, but they want that to fall in a 12-hour time period for it to be warning criteria. If it takes 2 days to fall, they'll probably make it an advisory. So here we go. And this is this afternoon. It's snowy on the west side of the state with periods of lake effect snow. Hey, good morning, Bruce Lundy and David Kamsa. Good morning to you. Yes, I do have a post up already on MLive about this weekend. We're going to go over that right now, but I just wanted you to know. And the thing is, we go with right now, me and my bosses and the higher ups at MLive are under the under the idea that a lot of these weather posts are safety related and we want to make them free. I don't know that will last forever. Now in television, the FCC license for a television station makes them make some stuff free. So, but MLive is totally internet, so we're not really under the rules of the FCC, so to speak. But point being is, I've got an article written. If you like to read about the breakdown of the storm coming, it's there, and it's not a paid article. All right, thank you, Annie. 3 to 4 inches in Whitmore Lake. So, snow showers today. Tonight, isolated snow showers, really nothing that I would worry about. This is Friday. This is Friday late morning into afternoon. Friday's a good day to travel. If you're trying to escape south, thinking Friday or Saturday, Friday would be the time to go. So here comes our, what I'm calling, 2-part storm system. Leading edge brings some snow into us Friday night and Saturday. Then the main storm, which looks like the strongest one of the bunch, will develop to our east. It brings us the wind, it brings us the backside of the snow, but will be just out of the heaviest snow band if it tracks the way it's expected to track right now. So this is Friday night. And the snow comes back in, light to moderate. This is Saturday morning. The snow is around the entire state. It's patchy, hour here, hour there, maybe more in the northern third, Traverse City North on Saturday morning than in the south. But all along, we could have snow at any time. This is Saturday evening. The storm starting to take shape to our south. but not the wind field yet. Now you see it as we go to Sunday morning. You see the black lines. Those mean something to me. Those mean something to you. The more black lines in lower Michigan, the tighter the pressure gradient, the stronger the wind. So as we get to Sunday morning, the wind is picking up out of the northeast. That right there is probably a 10 to 20 mile an hour wind. And you see the storm center way over to the east, eastern Ohio, western Pennsylvania. So remember, if the southeast is going to be in a heavy snow band, I always use Toledo or Cleveland. This is about 100 miles farther to the east, and you see the heavy snow band through Cleveland Sunday midday, but you also see the wraparound snows into lower Michigan, especially Alpena to the Saginaw Bay, to the Thumb, to Lansing, Jackson, and into the southeast. And as we go through the day on Sunday, that storm cranks up, develops, becomes mature in New York, and that's what brings us the stiff northerly winds, continued snow showers. So you want to know how much on this. Let's go into Saturday morning. This would be the snowfall. Lori, will Ludington get more snow? Yes. So this is through Saturday morning. I'm going to say Ludington, you're 2 to 4 inches. And through Saturday morning. So let's call it 2 to 4 in the north half. Let's call it 1 or 2 in the south half. Again, this is not a burst. Wow. Heavy snow, 6 hours. This is a long drawn out type thing. So we go to Saturday night and it adds on maybe an inch in the north and another inch in the south. Then we go to Sunday morning and it adds on another inch or 2 in the southeast as that storm gets organized more to our southeast, adds another inch in the north, and we go to Sunday night when it's probably quote unquote all said and done. And I'm calling it a 2 to 5 inch snow over the weekend. Good news on this for me is you will not be able to measure it. It will blow around. You'll have to ask me, how much snow did we get? And in other words, it doesn't really matter because the combination of the wind and the snow is what matters and will make it probably more treacherous on Sunday than what your app might show. Your app might show a cloud with a snowflake and a cold temperature, but it's a dry snow and a drifting snow. So here's the wind. It's breezy today. The wind tomorrow dies down. Again, the best day to travel in the next 4 or 5, definitely tomorrow, Friday. We go into Saturday. Saturday's not terribly windy, but it's snowing off and on. Sharita Turner, good morning. Greetings. How much snow for Flint over the weekend? So we're going to call it a blanket 2 to 5 inches total over the weekend, again blowing around. Now we watch the storm crank up to our east, and that's Mother Nature's wind maker. So this is Saturday night. The storm's starting to get organized in Ohio and West Virginia. We go to Sunday morning, 7 a.m. and we're a north wind. These are in knots. Who knows why we still use that? Sorry, mariners. But that's about a 25, 30 mile an hour gust. And as we go into the afternoon on Sunday, you can see the whole lower peninsula starts to get really quite gusty out of the north, so the east-west roads drift with those several inches of new snow, and the wind starts to come down Sunday night before Arctic air settles in on Monday. Arctic air it will be. We do not see the grips. Hey, good morning, Scott Bolthouse. We do not see the grips of winter letting up really until we get toward about the February 24th. So we got another 10 days of this easily. And there's still some more snowstorms, I'm sure, in March as it looks wintry to start March. What's the risk for Mackinac Bridge closure on Saturday? I think they do that for wind, and it does not look super windy there. Not an expert on when they close, but I know it usually takes quite a wind, and it doesn't look like that on Saturday. So here's Friday. Tomorrow is cold. Here's Saturday. Not as cold. We pop up to maybe above freezing in the far south, 20s in the north. Then Sunday, in comes the Arctic air, and look at Monday. These are high temperatures, my friend. High temperatures in the single digits and teens on Monday. That means Tuesday morning drops below 0. I figure 5 to 15 below is a good, easy way to look at it. Cynthia, how much snow for Toledo, Michigan border on Saturday, and what time is it coming in Saturday? Toledo, it starts Friday night, and it's light in Toledo. It's probably an inch or 2 on Saturday. Wednesday cold. Next Thursday cold. Next Friday cold in the teens. Now this model might be holding on to the cold a little too long, but the point is it doesn't really bring us toward freezing until about February 24th, and then it starts to hang us around freezing, which would be really pretty common. And the one thing I do have to point out, if you're starting to get a touch of that spring fever, which it'll come on pretty hard here in the next week or so with the cold air, the sun is gaining power. So we get out of the Arctic air, shallow at the ground, and we get some sun on a day, and it's going to pop up to 33 to 35 degrees late February, early March, and it'll feel pretty good. And what's weird is it'll feel really warm at 35 degrees on February 25th. And then if we go to March 15th and it's 35 degrees, it'll feel really cold for some reason. It's amazing how our body adjusts so quickly. So there you have it. There's the MLive morning weather update. Watching the weekend. The story on the weekend, it's going to take you some time, and Sunday is probably going to transition to a stay at home, stay warm, stay safe type of day with blowing snow and the wind and the cold. I will keep you updated right on through the weekend, as will my co-workers at MLive. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Have yourselves a great Thursday. Take care.